This is what we love to see. So many different riders from so many different teams on so many different bikes going out and being so close to each other. But we should shift our focus back. 250cc International. They are lining up on the grid, waiting, rather I'd say raring to get going. And Julien Leboeuf is going to be one of the riders to watch for. Who's your money on in this race as we come to Moto number 1?
Well,
is it going to be a retailer double?
I don't think you need to be a betting man to put some money down on Reed Taylor. I think it would be a wise bet in my opinion.
So Reed Taylor, that's who Lee has his money on, but I'd say watch out for number 259 Julien Leboeuf for Moto's Racing. Also, watch out for Clément Briard. 15-second board is up. It's almost time to get going now, Lee.
All right, 15-second board goes sideways. It is Moto 2 time for the 250cc International class. And jumping out of the gate, we'll try to pick who it is into the first turn. And on the far inside, it's Reed Taylor. He nailed that inside line.
Amazing run by him as Enzo Bolaños was second. Enzo was first into the first corner on the crucial hold shot line. That is where Reed Taylor got the big jump. And with that, it is now a third hold shot of the season for him.
Yes, correct. It didn't look like it was going to happen, but it was Reed Taylor who got the Seat hold shot out of that first turn. What a fantastic job.
And he already has a 1 second gap on Enzo Bolaños for the Gujarat Trailblazers team. This is amazing from Reed Taylor as there's chaos all the way in the background as we see Maximilian Werner for Moto's Racing get past Clément Briard up into P5. Crucial points for them, but there is madness everywhere. But in that madness, there is calmness in the form of Reed Taylor, who is smooth as always.
And that was a prime example there. He didn't necessarily get to the first turn in first place, but he just wanted it that bad. He stuck it up the inside, and it was like someone put some super glue on the inside of his tyres. They just stuck to the dirt, and he just railed through there like he was on a set of rails.
And there's some bumping going on right there. We see contact between Nick Laurie and the number 921 bike of Uli Stocker. This is a battle currently for P6 on the grid. The number 22 rider you see passing everyone is Miguel Lamarck as he goes down the inside, fighting for P9 at this moment, and he's on the inside of Brendan Sippel. Nick Laurie on the outside gets a brilliant shot, and that inside line lead, that is working well. We already see a bit of a, let's say a bit of a banking on there, and that inside line is working so well for so many riders, including Lamarck.
Okay, we just saw a rider nearly go off the side of the track. We saw the line of the dirt just got pushed wide, and I thought for sure they were going to go down and have a crash. It wasn't the case. They managed to keep it on two wheels, thankfully. But the big rider that came unstuck here or is not quite performing the way that he would like is Julien Leboeuf. He's all the way back in 6th place after such a fantastic Moto 1.
Julien Leboeuf really having a tough one, but here's some chaos and contact. It is Leboeuf fighting incredibly hard against Clément Briard, and Julien Leboeuf Moto's Racing gets the run up into P5. And Clément Briard really did not make that easy. He had his elbows out to make his bike as wide as possible. Unfortunately for him, that didn't work out too well. And with that, Julien Leboeuf, who got 2nd place in the last moto, is up into P5.
Number 851, Clément Briard on screen at the moment, showing us what he is made of. Clément riding for the Gujarat Trailblazers. He slid a little bit sideways coming out of that corner, so starting to struggle with a little bit of traction here. But of course, there we see number 259, Julien Leboeuf. He's trying to make his way up through the pack.
Now it's time for some more incredible action because the number 259, Julien Leboeuf, is literally at the back of Maximilian Werner as Reed Taylor on your screen cruises away with a 6-second gap already. This guy's going to go ahead and beat his own record, I say. But focusing on that battle behind Reed Taylor, who's clearly in a league of his own, literally a couple of, actually 5 jumps ahead of everyone else. 6 make that to be very precise. Reed Taylor is flying, but this is the man to focus on. Julien Leboeuf fighting against Maximilian Werner for P3. Now, for Moto's Racing, they've got both their riders in P3 and P4, and it's going to be a bit of an intra-team battle. How hard do they race each other? Will Julien Leboeuf be able to get past his teammate Maximilian Werner easily, or will Werner make it harder for his own teammate? This is a bit of a mind game that's going to happen right now.
So to answer your question politically correctly, I'm going to say that while this is a franchise-based Supercross league, it is without a doubt an individual sport where riders want to go out and do their best. And well, we're trying to change it here and have it as a league with the franchise. These guys, they're so used to just riding for themselves. So I think we'll find, and we've seen it many times throughout this series so far, that these riders will work together. We've seen Matt Moss along with Cedric Soubeyras, they work together as a team.
And that's exactly what we have seen. Maximilian Werner on that 494 bike has let his teammate go past. So now we have Julian Lebeau up into B2, but there's a big crash. Reed Taylor's down, your leader is down. Reed Taylor from the lead has gone down, but he's still somehow in P1. He's got that much time. He's in a universe of his own.
Well, that's two things right there. One, a massive lead, and two, not a huge crash that sends you over the handlebars and bends your bike up and causes you to have a DNF. A little bit of a tip over in the corner, no problems whatsoever. Let's have a look at the replay here coming in. Is it front end or is it rear? It was front. That front brake locked up. Now I'm wondering, the front brake's on the right-hand side. Did that front brake lever accidentally? It did. It touched the Toyota Hilux tough block. The front brake came in, it locked up that front end, and that's what caused the crash.
And that's his first crash of the season, but he had so much of time, and even after the crash, Reed Taylor is still leading by 2.6 seconds. I mean, this kid is special. Even though he's made a big error, he's recovered from that almost immediately. And that's the quality that every Supercross rider possesses, some more than the other. But resilience, when you go down, most people tend to wonder, oh, how have I gone down? What's happened here? Reed Taylor and all the others immediately getting back up and getting back to action. And in fact, going faster than they were going earlier.
Now, Samil, that would have taken him by surprise as he very smartly moves his way out to the second line in that corner. Now, the point I was about to make, that would have taken him by surprise because that wasn't a rider error. It wasn't a bike problem. What happened was he just got caught off guard with that front brake lever hitting a tough block, and he would have had no idea. He wouldn't have seen that coming.
And a tough block which actually has moved slightly, by the way, because so many riders have crashed there that the tough block has actually been moved slightly inside or outside, and Reed might have been using his own same lines, which is why he's ended up moving block at the end of the day. As you see Matt Moss cheering his boys on for the Big Rock Motorsport team. But only a couple of more laps left to go in this moto, and Reed Taylor, as he rounds up this final corner, will be starting the last lap of this race. And already, I think he's got a gap of roughly 3.3 seconds. He's actually gaining time after that crash.
An amazing ride, a little bit of a mishap halfway through. He had a little bit of a nap on the ground through no fault of his own. Well, let's not say a big fault of his own. Yes, it was his fault that he hit that tough block, but he managed to get it back up, no problem whatsoever, as he puts a lap down on the number 66 rider of Alex Order out of Spain. But he is not far away now from taking the checkered flag and another dominant race win. He is about to make it 4 wins from 4 starts to go towards Big Rock Motorsports. Reed Taylor takes another win here in Ahmedabad. What a ride. Have a look at him here. He is starting to expect this now, time after time.
4 out of 4 for Reed Taylor from Big Rock Motorsport. He's won every single moto in this class. From being down to being out of this world. Reed Taylor was down on the ground midway through the race. He crashed, but he still came back to win by 4.2 seconds. Reed Taylor, this young 20-year-old sensation, will be taking the Supercross world by storm. Everyone has to sit up and take notice, because you don't do something quite like that without being a rider on another level. Julian Lebeau for Moto Racing finishes second, and the Gujarat Trailblazers have Enzo Pulais in third. But let's take a look at the highlights. And there, Reed Taylor got the hold shot. He fought back ahead of Enzo Pulais to get the Seat hold shot on lap number 1. And behind was so much of carnage. But the carnage didn't matter for Reed Taylor, because when you get a good hold shot, you don't have to worry about all the chaos in the background.
And he was extremely lucky that he had himself such a huge lead by the time he had that mishap with the tough block.
And then we saw amazing battles in the background with Mikel Lamarck going head-to-head, toe-to-toe with Brendan Siffel, who unfortunately DNF'd from this race. But these are the battles that we love to see in the CN Indian Supercross Racing League, as Lamarck used the outside line to perfection. The dirt was so soft that we ended up seeing it being chewed out a little bit, and then we had firm lines being put up. And then Julian Lebeau, this guy was aggressive to another degree. He eventually went back down from P6 to P2, making so many key passes.
In my opinion, Julian Lebeau was the big improver this round at Ahmedabad when it comes to the 250cc international class. And of course, unfortunately, the big loser in this points battle, Hugo Manzardo. And there it was. That was the mistake that put our eventual winner, Reed Taylor, on the ground, on board his Big Rock Motorsports machine.
Even though he was down on the ground, he said, that's all right, small mistake, that happens normally. And then he was even faster than he was before the crash, and he ended up taking a huge win. That is 4 out of 4 for Reed Taylor. He's won every single moto in this class. That is quite something. No rider so far has won every single moto. Now, let's go down to Sagarika, who is going to be with our winner, Reed Taylor.
Nothing can stop him. He's all the way up. Reed Taylor, you've won 4 out of 4 races. Talk us through that crash you had in the middle of the race, but still maintained your position. How did you manage to do that?
Yeah, I got off to another good start that one, and yeah, got a comfortable lead, but then, yeah, unfortunately hit a tough block mid-moto, and yeah, went down, but was lucky enough to get up in time before the second place came. But yeah, those last few laps definitely got the heart rate up, that's for sure.
Well, it certainly looks like you are in a league of your own. Tell us, did you have a word with your mentor, Matt Moss, before the race?
Yeah, Matt was there on the line, and yeah, he just pretty much said ride smart and yeah, get it done.
Well, he's going to be in action in the next race. You have any message for him?
Go for it.
Tell us, this track was completely different from what we saw in Pune. How different was it? There's an addition of whoops in the track. How difficult was it to skim through that?
Yeah, it's definitely a different track than Pune. It was on the soft side, this track, so it yeah, deteriorated pretty quick, but yeah, no, it was good.
All right then, thank you so much. Congratulations on this fantastic win. Over to the comms for now.
That's the most we've heard Reed Taylor speak, and that's the most mistakes he's made in the race as well. A grand total of 1. Amazing to hear our winner, Reed Taylor. But there's more racing action coming up now, Lee.
There sure is, man of many words, that's for sure. We have still got 450cc International to come, Moto number 2, and of course, the All-Stars race, the big one, where we will see 250s and 450cc's together on the track at the same time. It doesn't get much more exciting than that.
So folks, it's time for a short break at the Seat Indian Supercross Racing League. Be right back. We've got 2 really big races coming up.